This is old Mac, our twin turbo C10. It's been making the rounds all over the internet. And we're the first people in the world to ever run the exhaust out the gas doors. And in this video, we're going to show you how we did it.
What's going on, everybody? It's another day of working on old Mac here at the Journey HQ. We recently got the slosh tubs fit in and the side panels for the slosh tubs fit in. And my next step on this is going to be trying to figure this exhaust out. I've been staring at it all morning, putting pieces in there, seeing what'll fit where. I'm going to use as many pieces as we have laying around the shop. We did order some new V-bands, but I am going to cut apart our old exhaust that was coming out of the fenders and see if I can use some of those bends. I'm just going to be doing a lot of fitting and planning today and trying to lay it all out, and also trying to make sure that when it's on the two-step, it's not going to vibrate and hit anything. We saw the social media posts and other people talking about this thing right here.
Yeah, let's unbox it.
Let's do it. It's like Christmas. Can you get it? You got it. Look, instructions.
This thing comes pretty much all together. Oh, there's a couple things you gotta bolt on. Yeah, you're moving this handle right here on your bandsaw. We also are removing the upper bolts from housing.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know, see if you can see what it's talking about.
Because you just took that handle off there. Those two are gonna go there. Take them out completely and then put them back in with this.
Ahar! I can see. What do I do with this?
This is gonna go on the top.
Oh, I go underneath, huh?
Nope, you're gonna go on the top. Well, you need that down there anyway.
It goes underneath?
Yes, sir, it goes through that hole right there. Out
through the hole.
I'm just gonna get these close and we'll adjust. We're installing the trigger switch.
So it's got a trigger switch, and that way, just turn it off and on with little doot doot doot. Folks at home, you see how this operates? All it is just, that's it. Just holds it on.
Simple as it can be.
Yeah.
Every time we do the vertical setup, we got to put this plate on.
Yeah.
This plate's not going to be on there at all times.
Yep.
So let's plug it in and cut something and see how it works.
All right, it works. Yep, I like it.
Let's do some work with it.
Let's go to work.
So it's time to let the cat out of the bag. What we're doing with the exhaust is we're gonna run it out the fuel doors on each side. Since we have a Boyd built fuel cell in the back, we've got the fuel doors on the side and they have no home or they have no purpose anymore, and we're not gonna shave anything. So we're running the dual exhaust out of the fuel doors, one on each side. We're gonna pull the factory spring out of that fuel door and put a little carburetor spring on there. That way when you're going down the road, it's gonna be flying open. And we're just doing this because it sounds like fun, really, at the end of the day. It sounds like fun, and it's gonna look cool, and because I want to. That's why we're doing it, because I want to. So I've got everything kind of mocked up here. This 90's coming off our main exhaust, and then this piece is gonna go up and go out the fuel door. So I'm just gonna get this stuff tacked up and get it in place, and we'll let the pressure off of it and see what it looks like. I love it. And it's gonna be, the idea is it's gonna be.
In just 6 minutes,
The dark skies have spoken.
Watch this. Like a good neighbor.
Let me tell you about one of our sponsors, monkeyfabgarage.com.
If you need anything from AN lines and fittings, turbos, V-bands, wiring, and electrical, monkeyfabgarage.com has it, plus much more.
The guys at monkeyfabgarage.com have been with us from the beginning, and when we've needed parts quick, they've had us covered.
You know how it goes when you're working on your ride, you think you got everything figured out and you're always one fitting short.
The guys at Monkey Fab are here to help with expert knowledge, the parts you need, and quick shipping.
So if you're ready to give your ride a boost, head on over to monkeyfabgarage.com.
And don't forget to use code JOURNEYHQ for 10% off your next order.
As per usual, I always get ahead of myself on this stuff. I got all the exhaust on the truck. You can see these front hangers here. I had to make something different than what I had initially planned, but I just want some support to keep these turbos from having the weight of the exhaust on them. So we actually put 6 hangers on this truck. And then I also did some little mounts here by the gas doors. You can see I welded these little tabs on there, and I got some little rubber bushings that's gonna go in between all that, just to keep those tips from vibrating against the gas doors. Chase and I have already started pulling the exhaust out, and I know he's back there making fun of me like I always do to him, so I deserve it, right? Right, I deserve it. But we got this first piece out on the floor. We need to get this other piece out, and then we'll pull the engine compartment pieces off, and we'll weld all these on the table. Chase is gonna start wrapping them with heat wrap, so we can start driving old Mac again. You ready to drive it again?
Yeah, I'm ready to drive this thing. I thought you were talking about I was gonna be like rapping like Eminem.
I never thought that for a second.
Just kidding.
We're gonna put this exhaust on. It should go on fairly easy, being as that I basically built the whole stuff on the truck and made everything bolt on. It should go right back in where it's supposed to go, and then we can be cranking it up and riding around in it. Ready? Put the fuse in and see what it sounds like.
Where's she at?
show you what I did here on the gas door, and I still have some modification to do to finish up, but check this out. So the gas door, the exhaust is right there, and I mounted a little spring. I went to Lowe's last night and got this spring. So it will freely swing when the truck's running. Check it out, I'll show you.
I gotta go crank it, so I'm gonna leave you here.
Now, I still have a little bit of a gap in between where that tip comes out and where the gas door is. I'm gonna shim the gas door in a little bit to make it fit flush with the bedside. Then I'm gonna make a little plate on the inside so that when it is closed, it is flat up against that exhaust tip. So as it's idling, it'll get all that exhaust pressure and kick it. The one problem that we ran into that kind of discouraged us from this little part of the project was at 70 miles an hour, is there gonna be enough pressure to open them up? We don't really know, but for this weekend, we are gonna let it roll. It'll look cool rolling around the parking lots doing that. And you might think it's freaking silly. You think it's silly, Chase?
I like it.
You like it?
I do.
I like it too.
I do.
It's fun.
It's gonna be cool if it does work, but if it doesn't, we'll figure out something else.
Yeah, well guess what? We got a welder and Chase is a fabricator. We'll redo that exhaust. We gotta cut the hood. I know.
I forgot that we gotta cut the hood. I was ready to take off. I was ready to just drive down the road. Let's take the damn hood off. And the doors, and we'll be like the Jeep guys and all the Mustang and everybody else on Instagram. Just take the doors off. Do donuts.
So we're all buttoned up underneath the truck. My real next step, now that I've got this done, I need to cut the hood some more. The bends that were coming off of the exhaust to run out of the front of the fender were much tighter to the turbo, and these are a little more long sloped. So I'm gonna have to trim back the hood a little more to let this stick through. That will give me the clearance so we can shut the hood all the way. And then I think we're ready for a test drive.